Hi, good evening. My name's Robin Tees, Robin Henry Tees. I'm here to, I'm applying for the position of World Bank president. What's that? The position's already taken? To who? Oh, David Stephen? Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I'm still applying for the position anyway. And because you know how when Trump wants something, Trump gets something. And when he goes up to somebody like yes, how much do you want for your house? And they're like, well, it's not for sale. And then Trump says, how much do you want for your house? Because what Trump wants, Trump gets. So likewise, what Robin wants, Robin gets. And so I would like to apply for the position of World Bank president, because I would like to see. I would like to take all the so-called money that we have in the bank, all these little pieces of paper, and turn it all back into like real money, like money that's you can actually use, and it actually can benefit. Don't worry about it, guy. You can try to cut me right off and act like you're oh yeah. What are my qualifications? All right, fine. Look, number one, okay. I've woken up and realized that I'm gang stalked. And it doesn't bother me anymore. It used to, and not anymore. And when people drive like close and they pretend they're gonna cut you off, but then they don't, and you know the tactics and signs and everything. Yeah, so check. All right, so check. Okay, here's the questions. What do you know about so-called gang stalking? Oh, I know that I am. Okay, check. How about when our co-intel agents that are in place, how about when they put those titles in their videos? And what do you think about that? Well, I think that they're really telling us who they are. Okay, check, you're right. So in other words, you mean like RFB's latest video, co-intel in place agent? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Kind of like how, is Jesus really Satan in disguise? Well, yes. Yes, Jesus, the Jesus on this earth, yes, Jesus on this earth is actually Satan in disguise. So yes, check. Okay. So Mr. Tees, well, I mean, it's quite interesting. I got to give it to you. Some of your things that you talk about are interesting. I'll give you that. Well, how do you perceive the sky? It's fake shit. Oh, okay, check. You're right. It is. Yep. Well, let's see. I mean, there's a few more questions. Because I'm not prepared. I didn't know. I wouldn't know that you were looking for this position, but we do. I mean, we already have somebody that is not deceived by anything except for God. Just that minor little ending part, but if we could always use somebody else to help out, just in case. I have something I want to add. Yes, Mr. Tees. I believe in God, and and he's telling me that I'm going to get the position. So, but I'm coming in, I'm doing it in a formal way. I'm being kind to come in, and I would like to fill out my application for it, and then once this little time period comes by, like at the end of June, at the beginning of June, then you can look back on my little resume there in this video, and then you can see, yeah, he's definitely qualified to spread the wealth. So I'm just making that known ahead of time, sir. Is that okay? Sure, Robin, that's fine. Yes. I gotta say, some of the things you say are quite interesting. You might be the most interesting man in the world. Keep drinking Sotekis, because stay thirsty, my friends. You know, thirsty for the word of the Lord. I also know that police officers are involved in the gang stalking program too. Check, you're right, Robin. So's your neighbors. I know, man. Yeah, I don't know. Can we get? Let's see. Is there anything we can get by you? How do you feel about today's economy? It's all rigged. Check. Yeah, you're right. How about the elections? Come on, man. It's all fake. It's all rigged. It's all fake news. Check. You're right, Robin. You're right. Huh. Let's see here. How about that Vicar of Lucifer article that was written by Zeus? What do you feel about everything that was written in there? Well, you know, there's some truths to it, and there's some lies. Like the baby eating murder kind of pedophile thing. I tend not to believe that part, but it's something added in there. And then when you say the most evilest man in America, I mean, who's really the most evilest man in America? I think there's probably more evil people out there that you don't even know about. So I tend to not believe those certain things, but I do believe all the other things. And I believe that, well, it wasn't written by Zeus. I believe that that was just a face that was put on there. And I believe that Steve is the one that actually wrote it. Oh, wow, Robin. I mean, check. You're, I'll tell you, yeah. Let's see, let's see what else, what else is, oh, can I add something? Sure, Robin, sure can. The sun is not a real sun, right? It's a simulator. And our moon is actually, it actually gets the a beam of light from our sun, and it projects the light. In all likelihood, I'm gonna say that the sun, our sun here, is the same thing. It projects, as the sky above, as the sun and the moon and stars go like this around our firmament. And there's a. Let me explain to you about the sky. The sky has a covering, okay, and that there's like another layer of the heavens, and the original layer of the heavens has the real sun and the moon and stars spinning around it, and everything else is covered. And so what you guys are doing is you're testing the movie like day in and day out, and we can't see it down here, but you guys can see it up there because the sky is completely covered. If you can cover the sun, well, you can damn sure cover everything else. So the sun is actually still being used, obviously, against us, and it's up above, and it's projecting beams of light to our moon, because as the sun is going around like this, our fake moon is underneath it like this, and so that's how we get the moonlight. Robin, oh man, I'll tell you. Didn't you say you had a brother-in-law that was in the CIA? Did he tell you any kind of information? No, he didn't, because we were listening to your conversation. I mean, are you sure you weren't told this stuff by anyone? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm very positive that I was not told anything. I'm just getting my information from the Lord, you know, up above. Very well, Robin. Okay, let's see here. I got to tell you, really have piqued my interest on this position that you're applying for, because you know, usually everybody believes us, and you don't. And man, I like that. I like that, because we are lying, and we do want someone, you know, to tell us what we're doing. It's part of the game show that we have going on here in America. You know, name that script and that date. If you can name that date and the script and what we're doing, I'll tell you, that job is yours. Thanks. I'm trying, you know. What can I say? Well, Mr. Tease, how do you feel about the view counts on YouTube? Oh, you mean like my view counts? I have a strong suspicion that they're not being credited for it. And more people are watching than you think, including people that are, I'm going to meet face to face, me and you, face to face. I'm going to meet these people face to face, and I have a strong suspicion that these people are actually famous, and they're actually watching me. Robin, oh, check. Oh, man, I'll tell you, man, you're good. You're good. You're good. Oh, and I believe that RFB, well, he actually has, you guys just kind of switched the board, like, you put my view, you put my view and my subs over there, and then I get his, you know, because that's what it really is. I'll tell you, my mind, you're blowing my mind, Robin. You're blowing my mind. How about, oh, here's another one. How about Hurricane Tornado Joplin, the one that ripped through the United States of America on May 22nd, 2011? I have another strong suspicion that that tornado was real. What do you mean, Mr. Tease? Are you trying to say that all the other ones aren't? Check, man. I tell you, check. Oh, man. So you're saying, yes, they're all man-made. Man. All right. I mean, I'll tell you, you got, all right, so everything's man-made. So you don't believe shit, do you, Mr. Tease? No. Not at all. I think everybody's lying about everything imaginable. The presidents, with their handpicked, they're all actors. Check, you're right. Obama, he's going to come back as the Antichrist 3 days before the 20th of May. Oh my God, Robin. Wow! Yes! That is what we're going to do. Because we're going to make him a... Wait, hold on. Let me tell you. Oh yeah, I'm getting a little excited. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm kind of spilling the beans on myself. Here's the reason why. You know that rapture? Trump's gonna be raptured up out of here, right? Yes, Robin. He is, and he's gonna be raptured up out of here May 18th, because that's between Friday and Saturday, midnight, and you know, he's not going to be found because he got raptured up out of here. And then Obama's going to take over because he's playing the Antichrist. And but the real Antichrist, sir, whoever I forget your name. What's your name? Jim Bob. Hey, Jim Bob. Nice to meet you. I'll be working with you in a not too distant near future. With a short period of time, short period of time. Could be a long period of time, but it's gonna be a short period of time. Let me just tell you, Stephen James DeShawn, right? He's the actual Antichrist. He's playing Jesus, but he's really the Antichrist. And before you say check, here, just put your pencil down a minute, sir, Jim. Before you say check and get all excited, let me just tell you a little bit more, okay? Tell you a little bit more about what I know, without you even saying anything, because I see that you have an eager desire to spill your own beans, sir. And but I'm coming in with excessive strength because of the Lord, and I want to tell you that Stephen James, he's actually the most famous man in the world, and the reason being because, I mean, when you are the president of the World Bank, well, I mean, don't you think every single person, hi officer, don't you think that every single person, and that kind of looks like the guy, Nation, what's his name? The guy with the beady eyes, Lionel Nation. Doesn't it kind of look like him? Hey, Lionel, you got the news today or what? And, oh, by the way, he reads the script too. But, so anyway, because all you guys, you all transferred all your money, and everybody knows, you know, I mean, it's like, how do you not know? It's like saying, hey, Robin, what bank, do you even know? I mean, do you know what your bank is? And I'm like, nah, I forget. What is it again? Damn. See, it's like when you're handing somebody your money, don't you think you're gonna know who that person is? Now, and also, sir, Donald Trump is the most famous person in the world, like mainstream media. And Stephen is the most famous person underground in the social media, and he mingles with his flock of people in Hollywood, and all the basketball players, mainly sports stars, anybody's famous, 50 Cent, Kanye West, you know, all the rappers and everything, and a lot of people like him. They actually do like him. They really like him, actually, and they say he's a pretty decent guy. I mean, all right, Robin, you know, let me be honest with you. The first time you walked into this Masonic temple and asked me to, that you were applying for this position, I was like, come on, man, get out of here. We already got, Steve's already the ruler there. And then, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him and see, because he, you know, you do got some qualifications, and it's not about, I don't even care if you have any accountant history. I have no accountant experience whatsoever. I've never even worked a register. Well, that's fine, Robin, because it doesn't even matter. You don't need to. All you really need to do is know what the hell we're doing and tell us, and then we'll be so blown away by it that we know that you're just this guy on earth that's like walking around freaking telling people what they're doing before they do it. And it kind of means a lot to us, Robin. It really does. It means a lot because we know that you're honest, and well, we really want somebody who is honest, and we know that you're honest and isn't afraid of any of us, even though, and isn't even starstruck by the fact that you're kind of coming against the ram's head, both horns, and they both know it, and so do you, and so do I. The rest of the world doesn't know it because nobody really knows who Steve is. Like the 7,000 billion people that are going to be slain. I mean, it's your words, Rob. And you said, and you know, I'm starting to believe you that we are the remnant. We're going to be frightened and give God the glory in the end because of you. Come on, please, not. I mean, you know, I'll take the credit if you're going to push it my direction, sure. So yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna call Steve today. I'm gonna talk to him about it. I'm gonna tell him that, you know, some fruitcake popped by and was like talking about his plan and everything, and yeah, that's great. Oh, another thing, all sports is rigged. Super Bowls are rigged, and did I tell you that the whole entire sky is fake? Everything on the news is scripted. Nobody thinks from the top of their head. Everybody is a robot. Not a robotoid, but a robot. Because they do not think for themselves. They have to read somebody else's writing because they can't read the writing on the wall for themselves. So they have to ask for the interpretation of it. And the interpretation is like, it's something like Miki Tekel something, your kingdom has been numbered and time's up. Yes, that is right, Robin. How about this, sir? Only speak if I am incorrect. How's that? Because I'm kind of getting tired of you. You know, you're kind of starting to kiss my ass. I don't appreciate it. I mean, I do appreciate the fact that, you know, you're listening, but now that I've gotten your attention and center stage here, ease up, all right? Ease up. I don't like ass kissers, and don't start clinging to me with flatteries, mister, okay? I'm sorry, Robin. Okay, proceed. Thanks. What else here? Well, Steven really does have his little red Corvette. He has many other cars in his collection. That's just, he prefers that one because, you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. You know that 99 orange Mustang that I have? I mean, it's over my sister's house right now. It's still mine. It's just sitting there. I'm gonna give it to my son, but it's still always gonna be mine. And it's an older car, you know. It's a 99. What year's your Corvette, Steve? It looks like it's like a 90-something, doesn't it? So, it's like me, and I still have the Camaro at this moment. I like to drive that around a lot, most of all, because it's so smooth. It's so smooth. But see, I will still enjoy driving around the older Mustang because it means a lot to me. That was the car that I bought a day before my son was born. And then 17 years later, well, it's technically his birthday present that I didn't give him yet because I got to fix the steering. The steering's like this. It kind of, something was wrong with the rack and pinion. You know, when the cops crashed into me, when I was trying to flee and elude them back in 04, it kind of crashed into the fenders and messed it up a little bit. But I hit a curb really hard and bounced up. It's my fault. Can't blame it on cops. You know, I take full responsibility. I got to do a better job next time. It's like Andy Reid says. So yeah, right? Okay, no disagreement, sir. Right, Jim? Okay. So yeah, he has plenty of cars. He's gonna pick me up one too, because I put in a request for a, yeah, just for good, you know, good standings of like, hey, you know, you are right, Robin. Here. I mean, here's your ZL1 you required, you asked for. It's silver. It has the black stripes. And we put the Borla exhaust on there for you, Mr. Tease. And it is a stick shift, so we know that your wife won't be driving. She don't even want to drive yours now. So it's going to be, we're going to have that for you right out front of the Trump International Beach Resort when you come down there. Hey, thanks. All right. Oh, all the wars. I mean, it's all fake. Look, because all of the media, they're all liars, right? And because they make up stories, and they tell you, top new story coming right up. We got new stories all the time. Because that's all fake. Any of the bombs that they say that we see, it's fake. Everything in the sky, the images, clouds floating, smoke, mirrors, it's all fake. The stars, that's where the majority of the holographic images are coming from. You told me not to say anything, sir. That's fine. I just want to get your reaction. So the sun and the moon, stars, everything's fake. Trump's going to be raptured bad here. Obama's actually going to be the Antichrist for the world's trip, but it's really Steve. Steve's really the one that the major fish that the shark that I reeled in. I caught him, and by time May 31st comes around, you're gonna believe every word that I said. Well, I mean, yeah, what time will tell, Robin. Time will tell. Time will tell. Oh yeah, and let me remind you about April 7th of 2017. It was I mean, of 2018. It was the beginning of Wars and Rumors of Wars, of your guys' script. Yes, Robin, it was. It was. I remember that video. We were pretty shocked we were scrambling around, like, we were trying to figure out, did Steve tell you? Like, we were going back and we were listening to the conversations that you guys had over the Skype, you know, the face-to-face Skype. We went through numerous amount of hours of material, and we didn't hear him say anything to you. So, yes, we were very taken back. But that was breathtaking, Robin. We got to admit, it was breathtaking for you to tell us the beginning of the war. Well, yeah, that's why I'm telling you the ending of the war, too. I'm going to tell you the beginning and the ending of it. And I'm gonna tell you how it really ends. Also, I'm gonna tell you the ending of it, when it's gonna end, and then shortly thereafter, you know, that 3.5 day period after you guys exchange gifts to one another, after Steve is in there, like, all of his buddies and everybody famous, so they're all like hanging out, popping, you know, champagne, and when the sun comes from the west and goes to the east and doesn't touch the ground. On May 20th, somewhere, I didn't figure out the time yet, but it's going to happen. It's going to go back, and that's kind of the time where it's movie time, right? It's 3.5 days of movies. Like, I don't even think you guys are going to sleep. How can you? I mean, I probably won't be sleeping either. It'll be an exciting 3.5 days, and then after that, once the sun does appear again, our original sun, on the 24th-ish, 25th, somewhere, like, evening, technically it'll be midnight. I think it'll be midnight. Yeah, May 24th, midnight, into the 25th is actually 12 noon, high noon. So when the sky opens up in each time zone, it's literally going to be a noon time. It's going to be noon because the sun's going to be directly above your head. In one of the time zones, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but it'll open up, and there's the original sun. Once that happens, I know that I can rest now. I can rest. I got 7 days to just. I got 7 days to, well, I'm going to start packing up all my stuff in my house, because we're going to take that vacation. And then when we do come back, I mean, while we're at the Trump International Beach Resort, I'll go over the details with you, Steve and Trump, about what piece of property I want and what type of style house that I'm going to build. And because look, everybody else did it. I mean, every other person that represented somebody that was like sitting at the right hand of God, because it's like you're God's right hand man. every other person that did that in the Bible, they, you know, that's God's word. That oh, by the way, the Bible is 100% God's word, and it came straight from God's mouth, and He used people like myself to write it in it, to truth, and you'll have a continuance of it. I've already started my the ending, the final chapter of the Bible on my end, just to let you guys know ahead of time what's going to happen. And it's written, it's been written, and it's going to come to pass. So there's evidence of that. So the Bible is 100% God's word. It's absolutely true, and it's going to come true. I just want to let you guys know that. Well, thanks, Robin. Hey, look, it's good. It's nice talking to you, and we will definitely get together for sure, because everything you said, Mr. Tease, well, I mean, it's true, except for we're just not sure. We're not sure about the ending, but everything you said from that point up until the 24th, it is true. We just don't, we're not planning on opening up the sky, you know, so, I mean, if that happens, then, well, then, you know, yeah, I mean, the position's yours, absolutely. I mean, no problem, you know, no, we just have to wait, okay? We're just gonna have to wait that out and see what happens on that date, all right, Robin? All right, yeah, thanks. And, you know, if there's anything else that I can remember that I know to be true, that I don't think any other regular person in the world knows besides, like, the people that are in the inside, I'll just push record and continue on with my resume of just knowing what the script is, knowing what the timeline is, and knowing who's who. I always, you know, like when I get to this point, I hit a little roadblock, because I know there's like a million other things that I could add to the resume that I can't think of off the top of my head at this moment. Well, I do know that you guys are covering up the sky because you believe that you can cover up God's third eye. And I also know that you guys try to calcify our pineal glands when you still can't. It doesn't matter. No matter how much you try, it doesn't work. And I know Steve's house, he bought that house, he just never fixed it up. That's why he's using it, to make it look like he's a poor suffering servant. And he has on some raggedy clothes, and then when he steps outside, he gets into his